Wholeness. This is a quick little video because I already know people are going to have questions. This is in reference to the triple eight manifestation, triple eight manifesting ritual coming up on 6/28/2024. That's the first point. That's a triple eight vibration. Back in the beginning of May, I put up a post inviting people to join in on this manifesting ritual. There's a total of 31 of us included. Like I said, this is an 8 year. Eight has to deal with your abundance. This is also a dragon year. The dragon has to deal with abundance. We have triple eight vibrations that go in alignment with what people generally call the Lion's Gate on 8/8, August 8th, where you have some triple eight dates such as 6/28, a couple days from now. Well, 3 days from now. That's a 888 vibration. Then you have another one in July, 7/18. That's another 888 vibration. And then you have the triple eight itself, the Lion's Gate, 8/8, 2024. 2024 is 8. So this is a year of manifestation. This is a dragon year of abundance. It's just all kind of energy. One thing I've always, well, not always, one thing over the last 6 or 7 years I told you is that we are the abundance. You have to start learning to put yourself into alignment and then let energy flow. Another thing you've always heard me tell you is that from my perspective and my experience, manifestation is manipulation. It's just you're trying to get shit to pop off. So what I want to do is, because I put up a post earlier about on the first leg on 6/28 at 8:08 and 8 seconds a.m. Eastern time is when I will be working my part of the energy, which is the orchestrator for the collective ritual itself. But what I asked the other 30 participants to do was to write a petition and either burn it in your perspective direction. I assigned elemental directions to the people as they bought into the ritual, or just fold it and put it away. Over the last 10 years, I've had many different people with many different styles of how they do petitions. You have to defer to your own resonance. So I'm just basically going to go over a little bit of the way I do it. First of all, it's always going to be in the format of I will or I am or I have even, but never I want or I need. Those are kind of like lack vibrations when you are wanting or needing, and it kind of throws a monkey wrench in my experience in it. So always write a petition from the position of I will, which basically ties into your willpower, or I am or I have. Now there are ways to write petitions to where you're just basically having a conversation with quote unquote the universe, and that's fine. That's fine. Like, hey, this is what's going on, blah 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 blah. Spill it. Get it out energetically, invest in it, and then do your work that way. So my handwriting is kind of atrocious. Here's what I wrote, and I'll read it. What I'm going to use as a lead-in for the ritual, and it basically says, I am fully capable and thorough enough to handle the manipulation required to assist these 31 souls in manifesting their goals in alignment with the triple eight energies in vibrational sequencing. That's the way I do my work. I'm pretty thorough when I do it. I don't try to leave open doors, which we'll get into over here. Again, a petition can be one big statement or it could be a multiplicity of statements. So over here, I wrote some examples of like a basic petition would be, I will be in proper alignment to achieve all my goals and desires. That was the first one I wrote. And then I'll show you the process of elimination. The second one I wrote, which a lot of people over the years is pretty simple. I am protected. Some people need that mental stoking within their mind to feel like there are guidances protecting them that they don't, the unseen. And then a third one, which is I was going to lead into, where I put I will be successful. That's an open-ended petition. Don't do that. Because you can be successful at failing. Again, like I said earlier, you have to be thorough and direct. Intention is 95% of the fucking game. And if your intentions, you invested your energy in saying, I will be successful at what? I'll be successful at fucking shit up. I'll be successful at succeeding, which still is open-ended. You understand what I'm saying? So I will be successful at what? What was my goal? So you need to complete that out. I'll be successful at all my endeavors in my favor. You understand what I'm saying? Something like that. So now the process of elimination, because people by by antiquity, a petition is something that's supposed to be personal, and there's two levels to it. You want to, yeah, exactly, tunable. All of us. What I'm saying is, as far as like the petition, the way you disguise your petition is you eliminate it to where nobody else can decipher it. So, like somebody asked me this morning, do they send me the petition? Hell no. I mean, I have no issue with you sharing it with me because we're all collectively working on it if you're on this manifesting ritual. So there's no harm, no foul, because as the wizard, I'm orchestrating it. So, but personally, when you are writing your own petition, what you want to do is eliminate it to where it's now undecipherable even by yourself. You understand that? So in the sense to where I say, I am protected. Remember this third one, don't fuck with it. The second one says, I am protected. What you want to do is get rid of all consonants. For those of y'all who really didn't graduate school or been out of school for a long time, remember a consonant is anything that's not a vowel. What's your vowels? A, E, I, O, U. So, I'm sorry, what you want to do is already get rid of your vowels. So what you want to do is already get rid of your vowels. So already in that I am protected, there's the I, there's the A, there's the O, there's the E, there's another E. And what I do is I already just strike through them. Now, at that point, what you do is any repeating consonant. Remember, get rid of the vowels automatically. Now, at that point, any repeating consonant gets struck out. So in that I am protected, nothing else is repeating. So then the petition itself in code would be the M, the P, the R. Well, the T does get struck out. So the M, the P, the R, and the C, and the D. Your petition would now look like this. M, P, R, C, D. So then you can work off of that energy. You already know because you wrote it, what it was. But so that you get out of your own way, which is something that I found common in a lot of younger practitioners and even older ones, not to be funny, is you said it, but you don't forget it. So then you keep waiting on it. And it gets into the watch pot theory. You keep watching it, you're never going to let it cook. Let it cook. So you write your petition, you get rid of all vowels, you get rid of all repeating consonants, and whatever's left is your petition itself. There's many different ways to go from there. If you are angel aligned, you can look up the Enochian alphabet and take these characters and write them in Enochian. You can turn it into a sigil. If you are more Wiccan related, you can find Theban script and write them in Theban characters and then combine them and turn them into a sigil. If you're Futhark rune related, if you're Norse, more like a heathen, you could take the Futhark runes, the Elder Futhark, and turn them into that. If you don't want to do all that fucking research, you could just take this M, P, R, C, and D and just make a monster out of it. Make a sigil. A sigil is a combination of energies with one intent. So you could take this M, and then you can combine the P on it. You can make the R come off the P. You can take the C off of there, and then you can make a D come off of it all. You know what I'm saying? Understand what I'm saying? It's your own personal preference. So I can make my sigil off of that MPRCD, and this is what it would look like. And again, you'd have to make your own design. You're making it personal so that it feels right to you. Once you have that final sigil off of your petition, you can empower it. You can empower it many different ways. If you're, good at it, you could just, focus your energy into it. You know what? I'm placing my intention into this. This is my symbol. You could do it that way. Again, like I said, you could empower it, such as burning it. Now, however, side note, being that, let's just say this, let's just do this. This was my petition right here. This was what it finally looked like. Now, I'm doing abundance ritual, so I want it to come into me. So you fold in towards you. Now, you never fold it sideways. That's dismissal. Folding it sideways, dismissal. That's confusion to the universe. That's like, hell, I'll get it when I get it. No, I want it, so I folded it towards me. Just like if this was like, say, a protection thing and I want to get rid of it, I would fold it away from me. In a sense to where it's still too big and I want to use it, I folded it towards me. If I need to fold it again, turn it and then fold it towards you again. Again, in towards you if you want to bring it in, out away from you if you want to get rid of it. So at that point, I'm bringing it back in again. Now, if I wanted to carry this with me, then I would still fold it in again. And now I got it small enough to where if I wanted to put it in my wallet, or if I just wanted to carry it in my pocket, or if I wanted to put it under a book, or if I wanted to put it on the ancestor altar or deity altar or angel altar, whatever the hell you got going on, whatever your choice is, or if you wanted to burn it, get it small enough to where, like say for example, I'm assigned to the element of spirit. Spirit is kind of a tricky one when you're dealing with a compass. Spirit is in the center, so you can figure out where east is, you can figure out where north, south, and west is, and you can stand in the center of all those alignments and just kind of like center yourself based off of east being to your right, and just burn it. If you are in the eastern corridor on this ritual, face to the east and burn it in that direction, because this is an elementally and vibrationally aligned endeavor. That's the way I do my work. If you don't understand what the hell I'm talking about, you're free to leave at any time. But for those on this ritual, write your petition, make sure you're clear in your intentions. If you want to do my format, get rid of all vowels and then get rid of all repeating consonants, and then you should be left with probably at least 1 to 2 letters. If you are left with nothing, beautiful. A lot of times when I write my petitions, there's nothing left. I like it when it goes that way. So that means that I pretty much put it out there and there is nothing else to be worked on. It's already in acknowledgement. So if you get to that point to where there's nothing left, and you want to still get out of your way, take that petition itself where you did all the writing and then go your process. If it's coming in, fold it towards you. If it's going out, fold it away from you. Never sideways. Now, again, like I said, once you broke it down to where you're just really dealing with letters in the sigil itself, where you wrote the original statement, just get rid of that altogether. So that way you're not 5 years later and, oh, I remember that one time I wrote this petition. For some people that may work, but for most people it's like, no, because now I'm wondering whether it worked. And you can undo your magics that way. So when you get through writing the petition and you separate it and fill all this out, the original petition itself that you broke down, just get rid of it. You can burn it. You can ball it up and put it down at the bottom of the trash to where nobody else disturbs it. The key is based off of secrecy. This is some death or cloak shit. This is you supposed to hide your magic. But again, that's some fear-based shit, but I get it. Because eventually too many people in your pot will fuck it up. So get rid of the original petition, ball it up and get rid of it, burn it, shred it, however you want to do it. But don't have the original petition and the broken down petition and the sigil. Don't keep all that together. Keep them separate. And again, like I said, get rid of the original so that you don't go back and undo your own works with doubt. Well, I did it, but I wonder if I needed to do more. And that's where a lot of people go wrong, is they'll set it and then they'll come back later and try and add something to it. You might have put too much on top of what was already there. So again, for those of y'all, and I'll post this here, and hopefully if Facebook quit fucking with me, it'll eventually get posted over there. But again, write your petition. If you're bringing it in, fold it towards you, never sideways. Turn it, fold it towards you, get it to your proper size. I'm going to do my work on the 28th at 8 a.m. Eastern time. So at 8:08 and 8 seconds, that's when I'm tapping in. So hopefully you'll have your petition. You can write it now, but at 8:08 and 8 seconds a.m., which will be a double 888, 888, and then 888 by hour, minute, and seconds. I'm going to tap in that way, and that will be the first stoking point. We'll go back and do this again on 7/18. If you have additional space for something else that you now have recognized in between now and then, write an additional petition. If you do not have a additional need, then this is just more stoking of, okay, I'm really making sure I'm doing everything on my level to stay out of my own way. You understand that this is not going back and adding to your petition. This is making sure that you're not taken away by eating other people's bullshit or getting out here and doubting in your head or letting all these distractions out here run you crazy, all this other shit. This will just be, let me sit back and make sure that this cake is cooking properly. Not going back and adding a stick of butter when it's already in the oven. Or when it's already in the oven. So on 7/18, we'll come back and do phase 2, and on 8/8, we'll set it all free. The way my petitions work personally for me is I tend to see the fruits of what I'm working on generally within 2 to 4 months. Bigger shit, sometimes 2 years. And sometimes within them 2 years, I can see where they start kicking in, but I can clearly tell, holy shit, that's some shit that I did. So everybody has different manipulation rates because everybody has different needs and levels. My level of need is very low in this realm. Operating out of wholeness, I don't have that many needs. So petitions are just kind of like stoke up points for me. They're not necessity. But when dealing with collective minds that tend to not want to collect themselves because you're too far into this fucking illusion, things like this can be helpful. Things like this can be helpful. When you won't hold yourself accountable for your own wholeness, getting into alignment with like minds who are at least trying to work towards that has benefits. So again, for those 31 of us on this 888 manifesting ritual at 6/28/2024 at 8:08 and 8 seconds, let's go to work. If you got any serious questions, ask me. If you're not on this ritual, you can ask, but I don't really have time like that right now because I'm working. But I'll try and get to you if possible. Again, this was something I put together back in May. There was a lot of visibility even in this algorithm. So if you didn't get in, it's not my fault. Wholeness.